really the major character.
Dear Quartet, 32.
Because it is the St. John Passion, so they're John, and they're telling John's story. Father Tony was telling me that this gospel isn't read or spoken very often because there's a lot of disagreement about this one. But interesting that Arvo Pärt would choose this one and use music that all clashes to express it.
Pärt chose this text. I mean, all of the passions have been set to great music. I mean, again, the classic being the Matthäus Passion of Johann Sebastian Bach. All of them have been set. And the reason for that is that the Passion story is the earliest part of the gospel tradition that was set into a narrative form. And we know that because the four gospels agree about it in an uncanny way, in a way that isn't seen anywhere else in those stories, in the gospel stories.
You know, I think that these two worlds, the religious element and the human element, are, you know, sort of go hand in hand.
Colleen, would you please do 2 before 41? Ostiarie.
Because it's in Latin, that makes it particularly challenging in terms of having it make sense to the audience.
All right, that's also cello and bronze.
I mean, everyone knows the story, and you know they will be projecting some titles in terms of sort of setting up situations, but the audience is not going to be able to distinguish a number of things that are happening or being said or being communicated. So the feel of it has got to do it.
You are on today.
So it sold out weeks ahead of time, and we didn't really expect that. We have not even advertised it.
All that's left to do is to deliver that magical performance to everyone.
It's not often in an orchestral position to get to play in an intimate setting like this, and especially not to be playing with majority of vocalists and being a minority as an instrumentalist.
You popped one of those A's, those high A's, like perfectly in tune. It was like, oh wow, it was like a very arresting moment there.
Oh.
Yeah, when you nail those, it's like, whoa.
I sure hope they come out okay today.
That's nasty art.
Woo, it sure is.
God, that's like from like C4 all the way up to A5. That's,
and then you have that one
traversing quite a bit.
to the E.
Yeah, it's an octave and a half. So I've sung a lot of Arvo Pärt in church that uses the same compositional technique where each part is basically arpeggiating a chord, but homophonically, which is what the quartet is doing.
This one in particular, I find it to be very emotionally charged.
In the quartet, the alto and bass have just standard moving lines, whereas the soprano and tenor have all nothing but jumps, and it's crazy how it all fits together.
This kind of music does not sing off the page. It's not easy to phrase this, but there's just something about it that when you sing together, it's effortless in a way.
You know, first time playing Pärt, it's a fun, easy listen, but playing it, you have to be fully concentrated all the time, counting. Even looking away from the part to soak my reed, I'm like, okay, I gotta know what the next 5 measures are, so I don't lose track of what I'm doing.
And it's just like you can feel that there's such intentional placement for everything.
There's seemingly a meter change every second.
It's great. I love the writing. It's just so unique. I can't really think of any other composers where you experience that kind of thing.
That is definitely Arvo Pärt for sure. It's just like so Pärt.
But once you get here, you're part of this mystery, and you're ours for the next 70 or 75 minutes, and only then we will release you back to our ordinary world, which hopefully will look a little more kinder and a little more colorful and a little more gentler after this.
I hope they leap to their feet and roar and make us cry. But we won't know until we know. Fingers crossed.